Hey, good evening, everybody. Sammy Thunder here. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight's the another video for y'all, first time since Strongsville, and I just want to start by saying thank you guys for supporting the channel and enjoying the card show vlogs. It's kind of what I try to streamline my channel to be all about. I do want to say thank you as well to the people that attended Strongsville, came up to me, said hello, and just were so kind, and also to the other fellow content creators that were there. It was great to meet some of you that I haven't met before. And it was also great to kind of hang out with some folks that I haven't, I've only met once or twice, uh, that, just never had the chance prior to at other shows to get to know better. So it was really cool to kind of hang out and share cards that I picked up and also to admire cards that y'all have picked up as well. So lo and behold, let me just say it was just an awesome experience. But I mean, you hear that from everybody's channel, and it's true. So again, thank you guys. For tonight's video, I wanted to do something that I thought would be kind of fun. I might make this a weekly thing. You guys could tell me if you like this or not, because there's so many that are out there. How many cards can you find? How many great vintage cards can you find that are under $100? And there's, truthfully a lot, because we kind of get into this mindset that there's vintage is so out of reach for some of the biggest names, but in reality they're not. And you can really find some great vintage cards for under 100 bucks. And so tonight I picked out 5 cards, 3 of which I have in raw condition, but I'm going to go through the vintagecardprices.com, or VCP for those that know the app service, and show you the 5 that I picked out. And maybe if you guys like this, we'll do it again next week, and I'll pick out another 5. And it just maybe generates some ideas of some cards, some golden age stuff that's out there, and we'll go from there. So the first one I'm going to show you tonight is the 1969 Hank Aaron card, and for the record, I'm going by PSA 5 as my benchmark. So everything that I show you will be PSA 5 prices. So let me bring it up. My face will disappear, but you'll still hear my voice. So the Hank Aaron card here, it's the representative here. And if you go down, this is the VCP page. Just shows it's kind of great because it shows total sales and how many from each grading service. And for, I don't know if that's for the year or total. I guess total sales since VCP is opened. Anyway, we're looking at PSA 5. This shows the statistical analysis of, there's definitely those that have gone over 100, but you can see it's roughly at that 100 mark. And so the average price is $97.86, which is a pretty good price. So you can see here there's one for 105, 91, 102, 100, 89. So you get a lot of options here. I don't know if this will allow us to, if this will open up so you could see it. Oh, it does. All right, so y'all can see it here. So this one went for 105 and in a PSA 5, and it's a little off center, but overall, you can have a Hank Aaron card for 100 bucks, and that Hank Aaron card's a great one. Let's look at one more. So this one went for 91. This was an auction, and look at that. That one to me is even better than the first one. So they're out there, man. I mean, you could find some really quality Hank Aaron cards, or this 69 Hank Aaron. And these are all coming from eBay, it looks like. Here's a Greg Morris graded card, and off center, but very nice. Great example of the PSA 5. So that's the first one I wanted to show you, was Hank Aaron, 1969. You can get one for about 100 bucks, I think. Yeah, you can see all the prices like I mentioned. So card number 2, and I actually have one of these. So I'm going to show my card first, and then I'll show you the VCP. That is one of my favorites, and this is one that I just always try to find whenever I'm at a show, because I'm a sucker for it. It's Tom Seaver, baby. Tom Seaver, a nice looking 1968, his second year Tom Seaver card, and I wish it wasn't so blurry so you can get a better look at this one, but I'll just pull it back for now. That's as best I can do. So we'll go from there. But yeah, 1968. Excuse me, I might have said 69. 1968 Tom Seaver card. These cards do not go for explosive money, and when we're talking about a PSA 5, we're definitely talking under $100. Let me pull up the chart for that one as well. Or not the chart, but let me pull up the page for that one now. Here we go. Nice looking Tom receiver there. And again, you can see the total sales, how much it's netted, and all the different grading companies here. So pretty nice. I don't think. So yeah, you could tell by the graph that it's most of them are under $100, a few over 100. But yeah, pretty nice. So here's one for 66, another one went for 75, 70, 62, 61, and so forth. Let's look at the $75 one. That seems to be the one that brought the most. And look at that. PSA 5, really nice looking Tom Seaver card. So if you're at a show and you see a PSA 5 floating around, I mean, every grading is subjective, as we know, but here's a $66 one, so there's going to be different PSA 5 versions, but next time you're at a show, you can at least get an idea of what the range looks like, or what it should look like. And so, here's another one. So if you're looking for a receiver, this is, look no further. The second year card can definitely be within your budget if your budget falls in that under the $100 range. So pretty solid stuff. All right, number 3. I don't have this card on hand right now, so I can't show it to you, but I can at least show you on VCP. This was the set that got me back into the hobby, or one of the baseball sets I started working on, and it's a great set to build, and also this is a great card. I think it's a highly underrated one. That is the 1965 Bob Gibson. The pennant, I love that pennant. And everything about it, great shot of him. So let's take a look at this one. So this one, 1,526 total sales, mostly PSA. And so if we're looking at PSA 5s, again, very similar to the Seaver. This one, there's a couple of sales that jump over 100, but most of them are way under 100. Usually somewhere hovering around the $50 range, actually. So here's one that went for 49, 43, 59.05, 51, and then there's one that went for 113. So I'm curious what that one looks like. It wasn't an auction, but let's take a look. And it shows the back first. Interesting. Let's go to the front, and very nice front to it. The back had what looked like a print mark that stretched across the bottom of the card. I don't know if you guys caught that, right over here. And interesting that somebody made an offer of 113, and it was accepted. So let's take a look at some of the other ones that were auction based. So the most recent one went for $49. And yeah, the front on this one doesn't have the same sort of centering as the one that went for 113, but not too bad. And the back, it's kind of hard to tell. It's not the greatest photo to use here, but you can sort of get an idea that, it's not a bad card for $49. Still a PSA 5. Here's one that went for 43, and this one looks really nice. Pretty nice, almost equivalent to the first one that went for 113. Let's take a look at the back. There's a little bit of some discoloration here, but not bad. Honestly, for $49 or $43, I would do that for a PSA 5 Gibson. I think it's pretty stellar. Here's one that went for 59. Yeah, these are pretty nice. It's a really nice condition one. And the back, yeah. All in all, it's pretty solid. So yeah, it looks like most of that 113 might have been just a one-off, but everything else kind of ranges anywhere between like 40 to $60. It looks like. So yeah, Gibson is number 3. Someone you can find for less than $100. The 1965 Bob Gibson. All right. So we're coming down to the last two. I'll show you the card first because I have both of these. And the next one that I have in mind, let's see if the camera gets this one in focus, is a nice looking 1960 Frank Robinson. I love these. These cards are great. I mean, they're so colorful, and when they're in a display case, they shine more so than other cards, I think, because there's so much going on. Um, so I love the horizontal. I love horizontal cards, and the 1960 with the insignia on the bottom. There's name and different colors with the yellow and the off white, the orange there. It just there's like a pop art flow going on with this thing. So, and Frank Robinson, and this is his. I guess that would be his fourth year card. 78, yeah. So fourth year. But still, it's a to me, it's a nice Hall of Famer to have for under $100. And so let's jump over. I'm gonna switch from Gibson now to Frank Robinson. So it's a nice card to have under $100. 2,113 sales, and this one averages at about $60. So you can have this for about 61. You can sort of see the chart here. Can't really see the right side because I cut it off, but it ranges anywhere between like 45 to about $70 if I had to guess. And so if we look at the auctions, 60, 47, 67, 48, 75 for best offer. So let's take a look at the 75. I know it's not an auction, but let's take a look. And not too bad. Pretty nice looking 5. The centering is really nice on it. Let's take a look on the back. Yeah, pretty clean overall. There's that little mark there, but that's nothing new with these 1960 cards. You're always going to have something on the back. So there's the $75 one. I'm curious about the most recent sale this in March. This one was an auction, and look at that. That's great looking for $60. Can't go wrong with that. I think these are all the same. I'll look at number 5. So the back looks pretty clean too. So not bad. I mean, if you're at a show, you can kind of get an idea. Like between $50 and $75 is what you're looking at. Here's one that went for $47.60. Not too bad. Overall, kind of get an idea. Get really zoomed in on it there. This is a good photo for that. And let's look at the back. This one's a deep orange back to it. Very nice color. So, $47.60. I mean, for a PSA 5 for a graded card, I'd say that's pretty awesome. And the last card I'll show you because I have this one is. Now this one's kind of borderline. This one might go over 100. It might go for a little bit less, but it is. You can find it online. I've looked at some sales, and I think they fall under $100. Harmon Kabu's second year card. What a nice looking card too. 56 is legendary. I mean, it's so all the really big names, and it's such a desirable set to build. I've seen a lot of people go after this at shows. A lot of people love building the 55 and 56 set. They kind of just coexist with one another. And you can't really do it without this man, Harmon Kabu. I mean, Harmon Kabu, to say, is one of the more underrated players to collect. His rookie card doesn't really go for that much in terms of top dollar. I mean, for certain budgets, I'd imagine it might, but for a lot of the deep pocket collectors, you can really get a really nice Harmon Kabu for not too much money. And a PSA 5, we're going to look at that now. Let me put the card back into my card saver here. And we'll take a look at some of the sales. So let me bring him up. All right. So here's Harmon Kabu and 2,746 sales. You can't see it, but most of this is, you can kind of see you can't see the mouse, but they roughly go under. So this is the $100 mark, and this is the $200 mark, I guess. But let's take a look. This one averages at about 113, so it's a little bit over, but I wanted to at least share it because you have a couple of the most recent sales. This one on eBay went for $93.76, and we'll bring that up. Bad picture here. Can't really get a good glimpse of this PSA 5 because it's so the photo is just very foggy, I guess you could say. Not the cleanest looking photo, but for 93.76 you could say that you have a mid-grade second year Killebrew. A 65, another not really great photo to show here, which is probably honestly, for those that sell, photos are a big deal. You want to have a really nice looking photo to share with people. And if this is all you have, you're not going to get the best value. Here's one that went for 245, so obviously that's way above. But let's take a look at that one. That one, yeah, that's from Greg Morris. And Greg Morris will generally fetch a much higher evaluation. Look at that. That is a great looking 5. It's probably one of the better 5s. Now, for the record, yeah, I forgot to mention the grayback. I picked the graybacks, not the whitebacks, to kind of because I don't think they're that far off from each other in terms of value, but I think the whiteback ones are a little scarcer in terms of value. Here's one that went for 118, so not bad. Pretty good price. I know it's over the $100 mark, so I'm kind of cheating in this video, but I don't know. Thought it would be interesting to share that for PSA 5. This is just their promotion, shop graded. So here we go. Here's the back to it. But just so you know, the Killebrews can go under $100, but a lot of them stay roughly about 100, if not a little bit over. But they exist. You can find ones that are under 100, depending on what if the budget works. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be happy to do a series like this where I pick 5 cards every week that are roughly 100 or less, and have some fun with it. So thank you guys for watching as always. Appreciate taking the time to check out my channel, and feel free to check out some other videos. So I'll talk to you soon, and take care.